Historian Peter Ratcliffe said, "I study history because I'm interested in the future." And to me, that in a nutshell is why Western civilization is important and relevant today. Like Dr. Roberts mentioned, studying Western freedoms or Western civilization allows us to see the difference between Western traditions and other global civilizations. Much debate between what culture or civilization actually is, what Western civilization actually is. In Kwame Appiah's article, he discussed the viewpoints of Edward Burnett Tyler and Matthew Arnold. Tyler stating and arguing that civilization is the total of a society's beliefs, actions, morals, law, while Arnold stated that civilization or culture was the pursuit of total perfection by knowing the best of what is thought and what is said. To me, this shows why it's relevant still today. We need to dig deeper. We need to learn more about what characteristics make up Western civilization and how those characteristics were used towards the betterment of society. We need to learn more about civilizations and their cultures, regardless of the difficulties and the debate that historians have, like even in the Birkin article this week, over who actually is included in Western civilization. I believe it's less about geography and more about principles. Studying Western civilization helps shape our identity as Americans. It helps us realize that the world at large is knowable. It brings the wider world into perspective. It helps us realize that our actions impact more than just us. In order to get where we're going, we need to know where we come from. The juvenile chapters this week discussed that while societies are different and not everyone went through the same processes on their way to a civilized society, civilizations that came before us still serve as witnesses as to how far we've come. Certain qualities between civilizations are shared. And then the most important reason why Western Civ is relevant is the idea of freedom and liberty. The Rosenthal-Pabul article stated that freedom or liberty is central to human and political value. This is what America's built upon. Lincoln in the Gettysburg Address talked about the nation being conceived in liberty. Western civilization represents freedom, not just from unjust rule, not just from oppressors, but freedom to rule and govern over ourselves in a way that will allow us to be better citizens. Even those who focus on the faults are able to disagree about policies or leaders or Western civilization's impact. Whatever the case may be, they're able to disagree and have that debate as a result of the freedoms that Western civilization has provided. It's worth studying because there's still the question of what liberty and freedom means. The liberties that Western civilizations have experienced has informed movements for equal and civil rights in America and elsewhere. It's still relevant because freedom is still relevant. It's still relevant because liberty is still relevant. It's relevant because one day when my wife and I have children, they can grow up and be whoever they want to be. It serves as an example to celebrate. It also gives us cautionary tales to learn from and grow beyond. The Royal article mentioned that Western Civ gave us the New Testament, but it also gave us Hitler. It gives us justice and universities and culture, art, fairness, human flourishing and prosperity. Also came racism and segregation and world wars and the Holocaust. And to get the most out of history, we need to study every part of history, the good chapters and the bad chapters. There's things in my life that I wish I could take back, but it's still a part of my story. And to understand me, I need to have all of those chapters within the story. It gives us reason to celebrate. It also gives us cause to study and grow, reflect, and move forward so we don't make other mistakes again. Western Civ has given us Christianity, it's given us freedom, it's given us intellectual and educational growth and progress, scientific achievement, and it gives us hope. Cicero said, "We study history not to be clever in another time, but to be wise always." That's why Western civilization is relevant. It is something still in creation. We are still playing a part and a role in creating it as we go, and in the process, hopefully, we leave the world better than we found it.